I'm gonna pass the phone to someone whose girlfriend's in love with me.
I'm gonna pass the phone to someone who's still in love with their ex.
I'm gonna pass the phone to someone who's had more failed relationships than Kami can count.
I'm gonna pass the phone to someone that's 5'4".
I'm gonna pass the phone to someone who can't take a joke.
I'm gonna pass the phone to someone that's shagged little pump.
I'm gonna pass the phone to someone that had cosmetic surgery and didn't say anything. Take the phone. Take the phone.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna pass the phone to the people who constantly shag in the same house as me.
Hey. We're gonna pass the phone to someone who's in love with the YouTuber that starts with S and...
Ends in archive.
Passing the phone to someone who hates change so much they keep themselves in an awful situation. I am passing the phone to someone who is all over the place and cannot commit to a single thing. I am passing the phone to someone who does not let go of anything and is nostalgic as fuck. I am passing the phone to someone who makes every situation like 4,000 times more dramatic than it needs to be. I'm passing the phone to someone who puts so much energy into planning that they cannot enjoy a single thing. I'm passing the phone to someone who can make decisions for themselves, but chooses not to because they just want to say whatever will make the people around them happy. I'm passing the phone to someone with an awful temper. I'm passing the phone to someone who doesn't have a filter but probably should, because why would you say that? I'm passing the phone to someone who is cold as fuck and does not tell anyone anything real about themselves. I'm passing the phone to someone who speaking with them feels similar to watching a really crazy conspiracy theory video. I'm passing the phone to someone who lives in a dream world and romanticizes the fuck out of things they probably shouldn't. I'm passing the phone to someone who does not think before they act.
I'm passing the phone to someone who says she's not a simp, but hangs out with the guy that she's talking to every minute of every day.
I'm passing the phone to someone who thinks that any other hole is not sex.
I'm passing the phone to someone who needs to go home to California to have sex in order to be in a good mood.
I'm passing this to the girl who I've seen do homework like 3 times.
I'm passing the phone to someone who's convinced that her boyfriend is a boy at TCU.
I'm passing the phone to someone who says they're independent, but the second someone leaves her at a party, she freaks out.
I'm passing the phone to someone who spoke to 30 boys at once.
I'm passing the phone to the person who claims to be bi, but we all know is secretly gay.
I'm passing the phone to someone that thinks that going to grammar school is a personality trait.
I'm passing the phone to the one that says she's a virgin, but we all know she's not.
I'm passing the phone to who's got multiple people on her fucking phone but can't actually pick one because she's so fucking indecisive.
I'm passing the phone to someone who disappeared during our deep chat to go off and have a wank.
I'm going to pass the phone to someone who nearly got arrested for attempted murder for their dad.
I'm passing the phone to someone who always gets a relationship even though they don't want to, and then they end up cheating.
I am passing the phone to someone who was chatting to someone's fiance and trying to recruit him for a throuple.
I'm passing the phone to someone that thinks they're going to find love on YouBo. I'm going to pass the phone to someone with crippling daddy issues.
I'm passing this to the only person who doesn't wear prescription glasses in the family.
I'm to someone who is obsessed with family YouTube channels.
I'm passing the phone to someone who used to be a storyteller.
I'm passing this to someone who doesn't have any social media.
I'm passing the phone to someone who doesn't like spoilers.
I'm giving the phone to someone who gives the best gifts.
I'm passing this to someone who used to have a watermelon-themed bedroom.
I'm passing the phone to someone who will quote Star Wars with me.
I'm passing the phone to someone who had an internship.
I'm passing the phone to someone who can quote practically the entire Black Panther movie.
I'm giving the phone to someone who breaks all of their phone and iPad chargers.
I'm giving this to someone who's gotten many medals.
I'm passing the phone to someone who has a 2-foot Kylo Ren action figure.
I'm giving this to someone who's been in the sport most of their young life.
I'm giving the phone to someone who lives exclusively on a diet of chocolate-covered strawberries.
Hey!
I'm gonna pass the phone to someone who has crippling anxiety, uses humor and oversharing on the internet to cope with trauma that she should probably go to a therapist for, and uses having a dead dad as her only personality trait. Hey, did you guys know that my stepdad died?
I'm passing the phone to someone who has a brown nanny, so thinks they're brown.
I'm passing the phone to somebody that thinks she's smart, but really I'm the one getting through school.
I'm passing the phone to someone who thinks Picasso is how you say house in Spanish.
I'm passing the phone to somebody that thinks they're my friend, but really they're not.
I'm passing the phone to someone who thinks the capital of the United States is Wisconsin. Wait, I really thought I was your friend.
Wait, I really thought the capital was...
I'm gonna pass the phone to someone who's a fucking Gemini.
Wait, I'm gonna pass the phone to somebody with no sense of emotional stability whatsoever.
I'm gonna pass the phone to someone who bullied me for the first 18 years of my life and now can't go 5 minutes without me.
I'm gonna pass the phone to somebody who's been up under my titties since they were born.
I'm gonna pass the phone to someone who fell in love with a Taurus man. Yep.
I'm gonna pass the phone to somebody who likes to keep a job just to prove a point.
I'm gonna pass the phone to someone who has severe undiagnosed ADHD.
I'm gonna pass the phone to somebody who has issues with object permanence at 18 years old.
I'm gonna pass the phone to someone who claims that they raised me.
I'm gonna pass the phone to somebody who wants to be me.
I'm gonna pass the phone to someone who's...
I'm passing the phone to someone who I swear is 6 foot.
I'm passing the phone to a crazy B word.
I'm passing the phone to a girl that likes a dude, but he doesn't like her back.
I'm passing the phone to someone who talked to a 7th grader.
Passing the phone to someone autistic.
I'm passing the phone to someone who acts retarded, but really isn't. I'm passing the phone to a kid that thinks he's hot, but he's not.
That's me.
I'm passing the phone to someone who cannot say the word frequently to save her life.
I'm handing the phone to someone who can't go longer than 2 weeks without getting a new tattoo.
I'm handing the phone to someone whose favorite hobby is going to the grocery store.
I'm passing the phone to someone whose favorite hobby is to pick her girlfriend's bag.
I'm handing the phone to someone who has the cutest freckles I have ever seen in my whole life.
I'm passing the phone to the girlfriend I love.
I'm handing the phone to someone who is so excited about doing her first ever grow in water that she's checked on it every 30 minutes for the past 3 days.
I'm passing the phone to someone who leaves their fake eyelashes around the house like they're landmines.
I'm passing the phone to someone who vacuums our house for fun.
What's so wrong about vacuuming for fun?
I am passing the phone to somebody who drives over curbs.
I'm passing the phone to someone who doesn't exist in the United States.
I'm passing the phone to somebody who has a personality trait of football.
Hey! I'm passing the phone to someone who swears she's athletic but literally plays no sports.
I play no sports. I'm passing the phone to somebody who's extremely beautiful.
Psych!
I'm passing the phone to somebody who doesn't know how to do makeup.
I'm passing the phone to someone that doesn't have their mustache waxed.
I'm passing the phone to somebody who doesn't know how to wax their mustache. Shaving doesn't count. The shaving things don't count.
Waxing! I said wax! I'm passing the phone to someone who's in love with someone thousands of miles away.
I'm passing the phone to someone that's taking a crap outside.
Okay, I'm passing the phone to somebody who poops with their feet up on the toilet.
I'm passing the phone to someone who thinks she's a good driver.
Okay, I'm passing the phone to someone who actually drives like a grandma.
I'm passing the phone to somebody who, when one plant dies, she buys another 3.
I'm passing the phone to someone who sleeps like a baby. Like on her tummy, ass in the air, actual infant.
I'm passing the phone to someone who called Aaron Rodgers Andrew Rodgers.
In my defense, I was close. Okay, they will start with an A. I'm passing the phone to someone who has tried to dress our cats up in clothes multiple times.
I'm passing the phone to someone who I can't wait to marry.
I'm passing the phone to someone who makes mistakes. Okay, I'm passing the phone to someone who's learning to love themselves. I'm passing this phone to somebody who is a work in progress. I'm passing the phone to someone who tries their best. And I'm passing the phone back to someone who I'm proud of. Me?
I'm passing the phone to the guy with the second best hair on the team.
I'm passing the phone to somebody who's better at kickball than basketball.
I'm passing the phone to someone who can't score on me.
I'm passing the phone to somebody who cried because he wasn't seeing his girlfriend for a month because we're leaving for the bubble.
Passing the phone to someone whose basketball glory days were second grade recess.
I'm passing the phone to someone that's always in their feelings.
I'm passing the phone to someone that got dunked on.
I'm passing the phone to somebody that looks like a string bean with pigtails. I tried to pass it to him, but he doesn't like being called a string bean.
I'm passing the phone to someone who got pregnant at 18 and never stopped having babies until she was 35.
I know. How about you?
bitch.
I'm passing the phone to the man who is known for being communicative on TikTok and yet doesn't actually communicate with me when he's actually upset about things.
I'm passing the phone to someone who only thinks I love him if I buy him things.
I'm passing the phone to a liar!
I'm passing the phone to someone who, when I bring things up, doesn't agree with me, but then a week later is telling the world that he agrees with me and that he feels those things now too.
I'm passing the phone to someone who doesn't bring things up to me in the moment and is passive-aggressive for about a week until I ask what's wrong.
I'm passing the phone to someone who says what's wrong, not are you okay?
I'm passing the phone to someone who waits until I'm not okay to help resolve the problem.
I'm passing the phone to someone who's not okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, are you okay?
Yeah, I really just needed you to tell me what you wanted.
Since we're in a relationship,
that's not how it works.
you should.
I'm handing the phone to the girl who's a raging redhead and talks about her dog every single shift.
I'm passing the phone to the person who always has the longest to-do list ready for us every day at 10 a.m.
I am passing the phone to the one that always brings fast food to work and is still the fittest one here.
I'm about to hand the phone to someone who is a blondie and that helps run the website.
Okay, I'm passing the phone to a girl who has a very unhealthy obsession with Harry Styles.
I'm passing the phone to a girl who can't come into her shift without taking a selfie in her car first.
I'm passing the phone to someone that uses the fact they're a dance teacher as their only personality trait.
I'm passing the phone to someone who's still in love with their ex.
I'm passing the phone to someone that argues with her boyfriend 7 days a week.
I'm passing the phone to someone who was so obsessed with me in high school that I had to give him my school bag.
I'm passing the phone to someone who put herself on a McDonald's break but then ate a McDonald's breakfast because it doesn't count.
I'm passing the phone to someone who thinks they're a local celebrity because they blew up on TikTok.
I'm passing the phone to someone who gets really jealous when I make other friends and sends me a text to remind me that I'm her best friend.
I'm passing the phone to someone who's done their hair 3 different times for this TikTok.
I'm passing the phone to someone who pretends she's fun and spontaneous, but when I offer her a drink on a Tuesday night, she declines because she wants an early night.
I'm passing the phone to someone who can't hold down a relationship without being cheated on.
I'm passing the phone to someone who talks about her shit more than she talks about her own boyfriend.
I'm passing the phone to someone who's like literally obsessed with me.
I'm passing the phone to someone with no friends.
Pass this phone to someone na hindi tinatagalan ng jowa.
Pass this phone to someone mahirap gisingin.
Pass this phone to someone who is matibay.
Pass this phone to someone na maligalig.
Pass this phone to someone who knows me a lot.
Pass this phone to someone na hindi naman taga dito. Taga Japan.
Pass this phone to someone maligalig.
Pass this phone to someone na nagsasabi ng konnichiwa.
Pass this phone to someone na maliit.
Pass this phone to someone na mahilig manakit. Pass this phone to someone na uwing-uwi.
Pass this phone to someone yung tumataba na.
Mga namang iiwan.
Pass this to someone wala nang papasahan kasi tapos na.
Pass this phone to someone na ayaw tapusin to.
Pass this phone to someone na malandi.
Pass this phone to someone na mas malandi.
Bitch, what?